The next person that we're going to interview this morning is Dallas Alto McCall, and he is age 85 and lives in Winter Haven. Mr. McCall, when did you come to Polk County?
1914.
You came in 1914.
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
Alabama.
You lived in Alabama.
Yeah.
Were you born there?
Born in Alabama.
All right. How old were you when you came to?
11 years.
You were 11 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. What did your mother and daddy do for a living when you came to Polk County?
We worked at local Garfield Nursery.
Garfield Nursery?
Yeah.
I see. Did they raise citrus trees?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Where did you all live at that point?
How's that?
Where did you all live when you first got here?
Right here on the nursery.
On the nursery?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you help with the nursery?
Huh?
Did you help out at the nursery when you were a little boy?
Yeah. Well, I went to school for a year or two there, but then in the nursery, we'd all us kids that worked in the nursery on whenever you sprout and stuff like that on the nursery, 50 cents a day.
50 cents a day?
Yeah.
And that was along about the 19-teens. 1914, 1916, 18,
Yeah.
along there.
Yeah.
And you got 50 cents a day
Yeah.
for a day's work at the nursery.
Yeah.
Okay. Did the whole family put its money together to live?
How's that?
Did the whole family put their earnings together?
Yeah.
Okay. To buy food and all that? Where did you all buy groceries?
Here in Bartow.
In Bartow.
Yeah.
How did you get here?
Well, we come on the car out there out here.
Okay. Your daddy had a car?
Yeah.
I see. What kind of a car was it?
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet. Okay. And how long would it take you to get from Lake Garfield in the car here to Bartow?
Well, I wouldn't exactly know, just talking about 25 or 30 minutes, though.
I see. Okay. Did y'all like to make it into town on Saturdays to do your shopping?
Come every Saturday, right?
Did you make a whole day of it?
No. We mostly had work Saturday till about 4 o'clock Saturday evening.
I see.
Then we'd come into town.
I see.
And back.
Okay. Well, what did you do for a living when you grew up, when you became a man?
Grove work.
You did grove work.
And mechanic work later.
Who did you work for?
Well, I worked with Ed Collins. I had 20 years to the day. Then I worked with my daughter-in-law a while. Then I worked with Rogers Brothers
I see.
a while.
Do you remember any of the big freezes that they had back there?
Oh, yes. We had,
Did they wipe out all the citrus?
well, it hurt it a whole lot. It didn't wipe it out.
Did you have to replant a lot?
Yeah.
But it kept on growing.
Yeah. Cut back a whole lot.
Well, can you tell us about how they worked in the groves back then? Because they didn't have all the machinery that we have now.
Now, back there, when I first started, we in the nursery worked with horses and little, I don't know just what you call it, kind of a hare, you know.
Yes.
And that's what I done the work at Terry, and I didn't do any grove work back there then. Just nursing stuff right all together.
I see.
Used a little, about a 4-foot harrow pulled with a horse or a mule.
Can you remember anything about the automobiles that people had back then? When did you drive your first car?
Well, long in the 20s somewhere.
In the 20s?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you marry about that time in the 20s?
No, I married in the 30s, along the first 30s.
I see. Okay. And where did y'all live?
Well, we lived about in different places.
Mm-hmm.
Lived here in Alto a good bit, and lived up out towards Lakeland
I see.
quite a bit.
How many children did you have?
Me,
Uh-huh.
I had 3.
3.
Yeah,
Did they live here in Polk County?
yeah.
Still today? Okay.
Well, I ain't got a 2 a living.
I see.
One killed himself, about several years back.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, what about, where did your children go to school?
Holland City.
At Highland City.
Yeah.
I see. And how long now have you been in Winter Haven?
I haven't been about too long. I'm just staying with my daughter-in-law.
I see.
There.
Uh-huh.
Been there about 6 months, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Now, you go back a long ways in Polk County. What is one of the biggest things that ever happened in Polk County that you can remember?
I couldn't.
Well, we've had a lot of freezes in Polk County, and those were big news.
Had that?
I said we've had a lot of freezes in Polk County, and those were big news when they came along. And of course, there have been all kinds of wars. You probably remember all the way back to World War I, don't you?
Yeah, I remember it. But I come in a way that I missed all the war.
Uh-huh.
World War I, I was too young.
Uh-huh.
World War II, but I was just about too old.
Uh-huh. So you didn't have to go into the service
Never have been.
for either one of those. Okay. Okay.
Now
Well,
I had to register for World War II,
for the draft,
but yeah, but I didn't never
you weren't called.
know what it's called.
Uh-huh.
I had 3 brothers that went.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just know what it's called.
Yeah, well, like you said, your age didn't...
Age had no lot to do with it.
Uh-huh. Right. Well, Mr. McCall, is there any other special thing about living in Polk County that you'd like to tell us about this morning?
Well, that's something other than I don't really know what to talk about there.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you this morning. I think it's great to meet a man who has lived here this long and who's still in good health and enjoying life.
Well, my health is good.
Uh-huh.
This eye no good talk.
Uh-huh.
I don't see too well out of,
I understand.
and I don't hear too good. Outside of that, I'm fine.
Well, great. It's a real pleasure seeing you today, and we thank you for being here.
Yeah.